Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining me in this video. This is Wednesday, the 19th of November, 2025. Anybody who understands the dangerous game Tinubu is playing about Nnamdi Kanu, we understand the concept of this video. Tinubu is not the one who orchestrated the kidnap of Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu was not the danger in Tinubu administration, but Tinubu is working against a wide consensus, like almost everybody of goodwill are demanding for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Day before yesterday, you saw the news, how the 44 lawmakers wrote to Tinubu. I have the document. I have seen the people that signed, that put their signatures in the document, and most of them, including rep from Delta State, most of the states in the north, and so on and so forth. So what I'm trying to say in essence is that Tinubu will be abandoned. Yes, Tinubu will be abandoned. I want you to save this video. Tinubu will be abandoned. The crisis Tinubu is trying to create because he wants to plead just few minority. I don't get to know who is making sure that Tinubu will hold Nnamdi Kanu, but the person is doing a great danger against Tinubu. I don't want to know whether it's even foreign interest or all those few politicians from the southeast or from the north. I don't get to know. But what I know is that there is a very large majority of people who really want Nnamdi Kanu to come out of the DSS detention. But Tinubu is paying a deaf ear. I don't know his next move about Nnamdi Kanu. But the truth is this: Nnamdi Kanu can never remain in detention. That is just the truth. It's either by any means the man will be released. When I mean by any means, with the way things are going, if it did not work through court, if Tinubu did not withdraw the case, I'm seeing another angle of revolution, and the man will be released by force. Not only because of his detention that will cause the revolution, but because everybody in Nigeria are fed up. You go on to negotiate and pay terrorists. You put the terrorists inside the military. The terrorists will now send back information to the terrorists in the bush to ambush soldiers. You kill brigadier general, and these people killing them, you imported them into the Nigeria. Let me tell you, this administration of Tinubu is a terrorist administration. I am not holding water in my mouth while saying it. If the DSS knows people who are killing Nigerians, they fail to go after them. DSS is complicit. The army, they are complicit. The police, Tinubu administration is complicit. Now, let me tell you something. On a normal ground, if we Nigerians are not hypnotized, if we have not, we have marketed our brains, I don't know how much, or influence they use to take our brain and our faculty from us, we don't reason again. A president jet out of the country when the country is bleeding, when the people are dying mercilessly. Tinubu jet out. If at all, for example, Tinubu is outside the country and he hears that people are dying, he's supposed to run back, but he's jetting out of the country while people are dying. Let me tell you, Tinubu is complicit to this killing. He's silent speak it. I'm not the one saying it. Tinubu is complicit to this killing. How dare you? Now, you know what Tinubu did? You people should be mindful of these people. Be careful of these people, whether you are supporting them or not. Tinubu sent the Vice President Kashim Shettima to Kogi State political rally when school girls have been kidnapped, when Brigadier General have been kidnapped. Tinubu have not made a statement. Tinubu have not condemned it, but he sent his vice president to a political rally. Do you know the first thing Nigeria here, after school girls have been adopted, after Brigadier General have been killed, the first thing Nigeria received from the presidency is that Kashim Shettima was in Kogi State saying, APC, you are welcome to this party, speaking all the whole rubbish. White pain is in the mind of the people, there is no doubt. The Nigerian government, they are complicit. Little wonder most international media, all those guests coming to the CBS, all these Morgans on Censor show, they call Nigeria an Islamic regime. Islamic regime, that is what they call Nigeria. Because you people should help me to understand this. I do not understand the move of Tinubu any longer. I know that he said he can't fight insecurity, that if he fights insecurity, they will kill him. And I believe he said it. Because the lady came to the national television, Arise News, to say it. Tinubu did not deny it. But the worst, why I said Tinubu is complicit is because Babada Ahmed, Nasser El-Rufai, and many other prominent Nigeria, political actors, they have said that Tinubu is paying these terrorists. Tinubu put these terrorists on a payroll. That is what they say. Tinubu put these people killing Christians, shooting in Kwara, that Tinubu put them on a payroll. See, before you say that, what are you saying? I'm not the one that say it. Go to your national television and listen to it. former minister of FCT, former governors, former vice presidential candidates, they are saying that Tinubu is using the office of National Security Advisor to pay terrorists. You know what? They refuse to deny it. They didn't deny it up to today. This is a Tinubu administration where Bayo Onanuga, Dainebwala runs their mouth. Before you say anything, they will come to debunk it. But they are afraid to debunk that. You know why? If you do something with me, and I come out to say this is what you do, it's very difficult for you to deny it. Because if you deny it, I have another proof to bring out. I will continue to expose you. So the best option is to ignore. When somebody hits you hard with evidence, you ignore the person so that the thing will just die. Because if you deny it, they will now come out and expose you more and more. That is what is going on. So back to the issue of Nnamdi Kanu. You see, if Tinubu did not release Nnamdi Kanu, Tinubu will pay a heavy price for it politically and both ethno-cultural and otherwise. Because this is a very dangerous game. You choose the court order to obey. You choose what to do, like because you have power. Power 4 years is gone. Because of what? You understand? I don't talk people because of whom they are. I talk to people because of the office they occupy. In a normal circumstances, who am I to talk to Tinubu? I don't have business with him, okay? An elderly man like that. But I am talking to the office he occupied. He's occupying. So if Tinubu doesn't know all these things going on in Nigeria before he became president, he had been condemning Goodluck Jonathan, he knows what is going on. So he knows what he went and contest and became the president, even not by vote or by vote. I don't get to know. But as far as he is in the office now, he is in power. So we have to address him the way we should address him. Tinubu is complicit to the terrorism and everything going on. He pardoned criminals, he do all sort of things. But someone that the court have freed, they refuse to free him. Why? Because this Islamic regime in Nigeria, they don't want people who will oppose them. The Islamic regime in Nigeria right now don't want anybody to oppose them. They want to completely implement the Sharia they are talking about and looking for. This is the truth, but it is hard to say it. Nobody wants to say it. Influencers are there deceiving people, claiming here and there, claiming what is not true, deceiving people. Like, what sort of place are we? What sort of place are we? We must say the truth. We must, say things the way it is. Tinubu will be abandoned. People will leave Tinubu. We will create problem for Tinubu. Tinubu should be very careful of people around him. They will create problem for him. They will leave him. And that problem is going to challenge him. A challenge that he cannot overcome. So, I rest my case. I don't have anything to say about it. What we know is that Tinubu must allow Nnamdi Kanu to go. By all means, we don't care to know how he's going to do it, but he must do it. Because we are seeing what is going on. We are seeing the killings. We are seeing the people sponsoring the killings. In our president, Ahmed Gumi flew out of Nigeria, right? He went to Turkey. Everybody is aware that he's flying out. They did not arrest him. Upon the whole complicity. By the way, Ahmed Gumi is more innocent than Tinubu himself. The coalition of Tinubu and Buhari imported terrorists into the country. Later on that the Canada designated these two political parties as terrorist organizations. What a disgrace. Trump will say disgraced nation. Anyway, it is what it is. For me, the freedom of Nnamdi Kanu is very important because his agitation was tied to what is going on now. He saw it. He wanted to stop it. But people who are sponsoring these terrorists are against him. That is the way it is.
My emotion, because my emotion is high. In my own village, Ifonlaile, in my own village, they killed our king. They killed our king. I will say again, it's not an ordinary person they killed, though. They killed the king. I personally feel almost like Nigeria is the Wild West. And I want to be a part of that gunslinging Wild West, where we'll just be killing ourselves anyhow. As has been said, we have a minority to the tune of 7% who are running that country into hell, running the country backward, and nobody wants to admit it. We have been begging from the time of our World War for education to be the freedom of the nation. Those in the North have largely objected to that. We don't want European education. We want to invest ourselves in the Quran. I'm afraid this is the stupidity that those in the North are helping to oppress the whole nation. We are not speaking hard enough. We're speaking as though we are not competent to what's going on around us. We have a country that is going backwards, fast.
Like I said, we know where these guys are. We know where they live. We know their parents.
You know them as a government?
Of course we do. They live with the same community we live.
So why is it difficult to get them?
That is the $1 million question that I should ask you.
We are trying to understand, for those of us who are now conversant with Zamfara, have never been there, and we hear you as a chief security officer speak tonight to say you know these people, but yet you can't get them. It's a head scratcher.
It is something that we are trying to all put our heads together. That is why, from what I can do as a governor, to have this CPG as a first line of defense. Of course, military are there, police are there, as well as civil defense, but they are not under my control. They are under the control of federal government. And they're
in trying to remove Jonathan, there were stateless persons that were from the Sahel region that were imported into Nigeria.
You are in support of America invading Nigeria. 100%. Guns are blazing.
I said 100%. Since the government have refused to listen and leaders are not even helping matters.
Wouldn't that affect the sovereignty of Nigeria? That's the question I'm asking.
Hold on. You now have a sovereignty where terrorists are not telling you what to do, Abi. You now have a sovereignty where terrorists are on the dining table with government, telling government what to do, and leaders are supporting it in Moses. That will be my annoyance. Why would anybody utter such words? These are things you should frown at. Who brought them into Nigeria? Was Nigeria like this in 1999? Moses, please be sincere to yourself. Who brought them into Nigeria? What are they doing here? Why are they not in Ghana? Why are they not in the Republic of Benin? Please, why are they not in South Africa? You can see, we forgot the genesis of our problem and we are blaming America. Let them come. If that will solve the problem. Since you people don't know what to do, let them come and help us. Look at now, as I'm talking to you now, almost 20 villages have been taken over in Plateau and Benue. Moses, who are those occupying those villages? Are they Christians? The real indigenous of those states are now in IDP camp, and they are the farmers in Nigeria. Can you beat that?
Oh, what started Boko Haram? Everybody knows. It was started in Borno by the then Borno governor, Ali Sharif. He is still roaming the streets freely.
Who started the Boko Haram crisis in Borno State? The governor, Muhammadu Ali Sharif.
Let me first of all say that the idea of bringing people from outside the country to destabilize wasn't, I didn't say they brought people to destabilize. What I said was that the idea, they actually brought people into the country with the intention that those people will come and vote for them. I think you understand? And they never realized, they never knew, they were never convinced that they were going to win that election because PDP was very, very strong on ground. So the fear was that they were going to lose the election. So the only thing they could do was to bring in people who could serve as mercenaries to come and win elections for them through the back door. But when the new PDP came on board and joined them and form the APC and won the election, they didn't know what to do with those people. And in the process, those people became uncontrollable. Many people have spoken about that. You've mentioned a name now, although I hate to mention names. You've mentioned a name now. You've mentioned El-Rufai. He talked about them.
Because top politicians who are very functional and are in the National Assembly and are in Abuja are the architects and advocates of not just instigating, but harboring and keeping these people and feeding them in the bushes and taking care of all their needs and buying all the other gadgets for them. This is extremely unacceptable. If they do not love the lives of the people and then they're only fighting for their own political position, I think I am serving the interest of the common masses, and it is a concern to me, and it is my right to protect them. So once we receive this report this coming week, we're going to take it up and take it up very seriously.
All right.
There are quite a number of big names that are mentioned here. So this is where we are.
All right. We'll be looking forward to the report and making it public. And for the interest of the people of the state, I'm hoping that people will not instigate and continue to allow the killings of the people. But Governor, thank you so much indeed for your time tonight. Governor,
And Aswaju called me. He says, Hajia, I said, sir. He said, I respect your stance on not accepting the appointment. I said, yes, sir. Because I can't be a zombie. I just can't follow you because you said I should follow you. Let me know what you have for us up north. Because if I made a mistake on Buhari, with you, the truth is written on the horizon. So I have to know what you have for us. He said he's in London, that if I can, I should go over. He offered to buy me a ticket. I said, no, sir, I can afford a ticket. And then he said, can I get a hotel for you? I said, yes, that I will appreciate. I took the next Lufthansa to London. I saw him that same night, and we sat. And I said, sir, the reason why I'm not accepting your appointment is because I don't know what you have for us up north. Because in the north, every single person is either waiting to be killed or kidnapped. We can't go on like this. What is your blueprint for us? He told me that he doesn't have anything for us. I said, you mean, sir, you don't have a blueprint? He said, I can't have a blueprint because if I have a blueprint, I'll be stepping on too many toes and they might even kill me. This was what he said.
East, Abu Anudua Federal Constituency, River State. I want to get his words. He said, personal matters that was envisaged, he says, by the people who drafted this constitution. And I want to quote him. The implication is, if the word personal is removed, Islamic law would have broader implications. The word personal was put there for a reason. Let's talk a bit about this whole conversation about Islamizing the country with our population and our dynamics. Is it possible that someone can sneak this in at some point and force all of us under some sort of regulation that we do not ascribe to? Is it possible that this can happen in this country?
It is possible, and don't be deceived. It's going to happen. It is possible, and don't be deceived. It's going to happen. It is possible, and don't be deceived. It's going to happen.